Guys, today I have for you something absolutely delicious. My corrupted assassin setup for legendary strongholds, and I think actually you can use this setup to destroy incursions as well, because DPS output is kinda crazy, and I think this could be one of the best system corruption setups out there. But I have to warn you all, you have to farm your ass off to find god roll pieces. Unfortunately, system corruption is dropping in DZ, and as you know, in DZ those rolls are absolutely terrible, but in my eyes that's totally worth it, and system corruption is not a bad setup whatsoever. I wish they would rework the medkit though. I would rather see the cooldown maybe 10 seconds, 20 is way too long. That's the reason why we can't really use Intimidate talent. Otherwise that would be absolutely amazing, because you could keep your bonus armor basically non-stop. Trust me, with Adrenaline Rush or System Corruption Backpack, that would be absolutely amazing. 5 seconds, maybe that would be a little bit too OP, but 10 seconds I think is a sweet spot. Especially with this time to kill. In PvP I think 10 seconds would be fine, maybe with backpack 7-second cooldown would be optimal, but still 10 seconds for PV I think would be really dope. Nevertheless, once you will use your medkit you will gain extra damage buff, and with Intimidate that would work really well, because you would receive extra 30% damage buff, but you are losing armor really quickly and you have 20-second cooldown, so Intimidate is meh. But before we continue, quick word with the sponsor Diving.net. If you don't have enough time or go teammates but you still want to have all the best items in your game, then Diving.net is set for you. They have absolutely amazing team on consoles, they will complete your order super quick. Everything happens through account sharing. This service has been working for many years. They have tons of customer reviews, you can check everything by yourself, but now with my promo code Everybody you will have 15% discount on absolutely all services. Amazing deal, especially when right now they have some crazy sales going on. But now let's get back to my system corruption setup. Like I said, this is corrupted assassin. In PvP you can actually make this setup to absolutely be invisible to other agents, because the system corruption gear set will give you that delicious disrupt resistance and resistance against spotting you. I forgot the name, sorry, my English is not that great, I'm still learning. Leave me alone, man. Why are you always hating me? Jeez, for no reason. Oh. Anyway, so system corruption, yeah, could work in PvP, but like I said, the cooldown, so in this moment, or at this moment, I think the best use for system corruption gear piece is in some hybrid builds and in PvE. Since we are using system corruption medkit, we will use gunner specialization. We will receive on kill armor back and of course increased rate of fire, which will allow us to work with Saint Elmo's engine exotic assault rifle a little bit better, and we're gonna stack obliterate as well a little bit quicker. And we will receive foam grenades, which are extremely handy against legendary enemies, elites, and maybe Chungus, rogue agent, hunters, all the shenanigans, you know, baby. In terms of my numbers, I'm sitting pretty goddamn well. 48%, I shall say, 50% crit chance, 150% crit damage is really okay. And of course you could boost this even further with Orbit DZ exclusive pistol, and like I said, you have to farm your ass off to find really good rolls, and system corruption is dropping so rarely in DZ, and if it will drop, pray that you will find it with the right attributes. Of course, you could replace Saint Elmo's with Ouroboros or Scorpio shotgun. Ouroboros works in close range, but I love Saint Elmo's because I can kill enemies really efficiently in distance, and in close range I can apply shock effects, so that's pretty nice. A Scorpio shotgun again will work in close range really well, one of the best PvE weapons since day one, or I mean since this weapon was introduced to us, man. Stop it! Stop it! Don't trigger me. And yeah, so that's pretty goddamn dope setup to use. Obliterate, from other hand, work DPS wise could give you more DPS, but again you have to be in close quarters, and with that medkit the bonus armor is not enough to keep you alive with your shield all the time, and like I said, 20-second cooldown is not that great, but with Intimidate that combination would be absolutely badass actually. Even in PvP, I think if the cooldown would be a little bit smaller, Intimidate, System Corruption Medkit, and Ouroboros, Jesus man, you could do some damage for sure. For chest piece I'm using Fenris with Obliterate, but if you want maximum DPS output you could go with Fenris chest piece and Glass Cannon talent, or use Providence chest piece with Perfect Glass Cannon. Yes, you would receive more incoming damage, but you would kill quicker other enemies. So in a sense, in this game, less defense, or I shall say more offense, is more defense. So yeah, because we can kill enemies quicker and they can't deal damage to us. It makes sense? Yeah, I think it makes sense. So yeah, more offense gives us more defense, but if you will be reckless, then most likely you will die pretty much quickly if you don't know the angle spots where you can take the cover, where enemies will spawn. So I think Glass Cannon is more for advanced players or seasoned players. For new players, definitely go with Obliterate. It will be just fine. Intimidate will not work, Spotter will not work, Spark will not work, Overwatch as well is not really good in this setup. I tried multiple combinations and this is by far the best one. For holster, Walk and Harris DPS wise the best holster to use in this setup. Picaro's Named holster will not hold a candle in this one because we will out DPS. If we could use weapon damage on Picaro's Named holster, then that's a different story. Otherwise, for backpack, Ninja Bike backpack really good for hybrid setups, and that's the reason why we can use only 3 pieces from System Corruption gear to receive 4-piece brand set buffs. And I'm using knee pads and gloves from System Corruption. For skills I'm using Assault Turret because it has more health and it will deal a little bit more damage than Decoy, and of course it has smaller cooldown. And for second skill, Shield, if I will be out of the cover, Shield helps me a lot, and then simply use Medkit. Butcher drops the mic, bye!